Hey, Emily, pick up, would ya? Are you out of your mind? What the hell did you do?
What are you talking about? Aren't you at your mom's place yet?
Yeah, just got here a little while ago.
What's up? Why are you so upset?
Don't give me that. I know all about it, Emily. That $1,500 you send to Mom every month? She tells me that's for paying off your own debts. Is that true?
Huh? I really have no idea what you're talking about.
You deduct $1,500 from my monthly salary and send it to her to help her out. I asked you to do that for me, right?
Yeah, that's right.
She tells me that you're not sending her a dime. That you're using that $1,500 to pay off your own debt. How could you, Emily? I trusted you.
Oh, wait a second. Can you back up a bit?
I was shocked that you even had some debt, but using the money that's supposed to be set aside for Mom being used to pay off your debts, that is what's so unforgivable. Listen up, Emily. I want you to deposit all that money that you swindled from my mom, every last penny. You got that?
What's the amount she's demanding?
$1,800. You've been taking advantage of her for a year now. $1,500 per month multiplied by 12 equals $18,000. I want that money deposited today, Emily. She's in the kitchen right this minute crying her eyes out. She says she can't survive on her measly Social Security check.
Oh, really? I didn't realize she was getting Social Security.
What are you blabbing about?
I said I didn't know she was getting retirement benefits.
Of course, why wouldn't she? She's over 65 and is entitled to receive federal benefits.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I'm not texting you to talk about her social benefit program. This is about her monthly support that you were supposed to be sending her.
For your information, I've been depositing $1,500 at the end of every month. I've never missed a payment. And about this debt she says I have no financial obligations, at least that I know of.
But Mom just said...
Let's just stop you right there, Mark. I mean, stop and think for a second. As you know, I work full-time at the office. And in addition to that, I do freelance stuff at home, which brings in $1,500 to $2,000 a month. Which means I bring in a total of $4,000 or more every month. Do I really have to go into debt?
Yeah, I know all about that. I told her that. She said that's BS. You made all that up.
Excuse me?
She's sure you haven't deposited a dime. You probably have huge debt way over what you bring in. That's what she said. And I believe Mom. She wouldn't lie to me. I can't believe this has been going on for a year. You really pulled the wool over my eyes.
I always knew you had this mommy complex, but didn't realize it was so bad.
Huh? I beg your pardon?
You see me every day, for God's sake. You interact with me. We live together. Then you visit your mom for one day and now I'm Darth Vader? Your mom's always been pretty coercive.
Coercive? How could you say that about my mom, Emily?
Why don't you just ask to see her bank book? I'm sure this whole misunderstanding will be cleared up.
That's Mom's personal stuff. I can't just look at it without her permission.
Oh, yeah? Okay, if you say so. But I'll say it again. I have no debt, and I've been sending her $1,500 a month every month on the dot. End of story.
No way you're gonna put one over on me again.
This is going nowhere. Let's just chill out a little and talk about this later. I recommend that you take that time to get your act together. Hey, Mark. Are you serious? What's this? Divorce papers? Seriously?
Oh yeah, sent those out yesterday. Got them already, huh? I'm sure you already looked them over. You do see my name down at the bottom next to the blank one, set aside for you, I take it.
Yeah, I saw it. That's why I'm texting you. So, what the hell is this?
Do I really have to spell it out for you? Those papers say it all, doesn't it? No need for an explanation.
All I get from this is that you simply want a divorce. I'm asking why.
That's all you're gonna get.
Oh, I see. You've been cheating on me. Is that it?
How could you say that? Where's the proof for that?
See what I mean? This kind of mix-up always leads to these misperceptions. I need to know exactly why you want a divorce. Is that too much to ask?
I'm surprised you don't know. Okay, I'll tell you. It's your despicable actions toward my mother and you keeping this from me, lying to me.
Is this what's this all about? The money I was supposed to send your mom and that BS about me having some kind of debt? Don't tell me you still believe all this nonsense.
That's right. Finally admitting to your wrongdoing, huh?
I'm not admitting anything. All I'm doing is verifying why you want a divorce. That's all. Like I said, I'm not in debt. I don't even have credit card debt. And about sending your mother money, I did that as you asked.
There you go, lying your ass off again. Anyway, I want that $18,000 that you stole from my mom. You're not getting away with that.
I might as well be talking to a brick wall.
All I'm asking is you give that $18,000 back. I won't be asking for any other compensation. You should be grateful that I'm such a nice guy.
Okay, whatever. Just give me a little time then, would you? This is just so sudden. I need to get my head around what's happening.
Yeah, well, I can do that little favor, I suppose. I know you need some time to get that cash ready too, so tell you what, I'll give you a week. How's that? That money is probably quite a blow for someone who has a huge debt to pay off, but this is for my poor old mom. And I'll tell you right now, I'm not backing down, just so you know.
Hey Mark, are you there? Is it true that you quit your job?
Hey Emily, today's the deadline, wasn't it? Make sure you deposit that $18,000 into Mom's bank account by the end of the day. You got that?
Before I do that, I need some answers. I haven't seen you in a while. You apparently haven't come home. Seems you packed all your stuff and moved out when I was at the office.
Yeah, the condo's in your name, so when we split, I'm the one who has to move out. I took the initiative. I was worried about Mom living here all alone, too. Figured it would be an opportune time to come back home. Sooner the better, right?
Is that why you quit your job?
Yeah. They refused my request to move to another office nearby, and this 4-hour commute was really getting to me. Luckily, there's a job opening near my mom's place, so I'm gonna get a job there.
You've been pretty busy, I see.
Why do you even know about me quitting? Who told you? I haven't told anyone yet.
It was a Thanksgiving weekend and you didn't come home. And I was just wondering where you had disappeared to. So I called your office to check if you were there. They told me you came to the office 2 or 3 days ago and submitted your resignation. They also told me you had a bunch of paid holidays left, and so you used that and quit early.
Well, that's a relief. No hassle of having to explain everything to you. That's the story. Do you finally understand the strong devotion toward my mother?
Devotion, huh? Sounds more like an abnormal obsession.
Pardon me?
There's another question I had. Are you going to continue paying that $1,500 to your mom out of your own pocket?
Yeah, that's how it's gonna play out, I suppose. I wouldn't ask my ex-wife to pay it now, would I?
I see. I just wanted to verify that. I'll submit the divorce papers by the end of the day.
Oh yeah, great. Oh yeah, and have that $18,000 in the account by the end of the day. Got that?
Goodbye, Mark.
Emily, pick up, please. I need money, that $18,000.
Are you still harping on about that? I've been sending your mom her money right on time every month. Until last month, at least.
Yeah, I understand.
Pardon me?
You know that bank account book that you returned to me after our divorce went through? I saw that the $1,500 was deposited into my mom's account every month.
So, at long last, you see what I've been telling you. That you had no right to accuse me of stealing $18,000 from your mother.
Yeah, right. It's just that
Spit it out, for God's sake.
it was Mom who was in debt.
Wait a second. Your mom? In debt? Okay.
Yeah, things seemed fishy, so I confronted Mom on it and she spilled the beans. When my dad died about 2 years ago, she was tricked into buying some fake art. A painting supposedly by some famous painter, sculpture by Picasso, or so she thought. And she traded in stock. In a mere 6 months, she ended up spending $50,000 and even accumulated a considerable debt.
Wow, seriously? $50,000?
Now that I think of it, Mom has always been over-trusting, gullible. When Dad was around, he acted as a barrier, prevented her from being hoodwinked, but with him gone. Now that I think of it, it was about a year ago that she started hounding me about not having enough to live on.
So what you're telling me is that the $1,500 that I deposited into her account for the past year was to pay off her debt. Did I get that right?
Yeah. Even with that, she was still struggling. So, what she came up with was to get us divorced, and after a while, kick you out of that condo. Then she and I move in there. Her plan was to have me support her after that.
I figured it would turn out to be something like this. So your mom was the perpetrator in this whole sordid mess.
Yeah, I didn't.
Getting us to divorce went without a hitch, but taking over my condo didn't go as planned, did it? You went ahead and moved out and went back home. In the bargain, you were out of a job.
Well, I figured I could,
Oh yeah, and your mom's social security? She didn't work long enough to be eligible. Maybe a few hundred a month, but nothing to write home about.
What? Seriously?
Yeah, I heard your mom talking about that a few years ago. That she never really worked, and had always been just a housewife. She said she wasn't expecting to get much.
No way, for real? I was hoping she'd support me until I landed that new job. That means I got zero income.
Huh? I thought you already landed that job? You seemed pretty confident about it last time we talked.
I did have it in the back, at least I thought so. My old high school buddy started this company. I figured it would be local, but actually it's in New York.
You mean like New York? As in New York City?
Yeah, so we're struggling here. I can't just move to New York. I don't even know if I got the job, and even if I did, what do I do with Mom? I can't leave her here to fend for herself.
Sounds like you got your back against the wall, Mark.
Yeah, so, look, about that $18,000, I could use it just about now. And if it's not any trouble, I would appreciate it if you deposit $1,500 into my bank account every month, as you've been doing.
Sorry, I'm gonna pass on that.
What? What are you saying? Your husband is in trouble here. The least you can do is help me out.
You're forgetting one thing, Mark. I already submitted the divorce papers.
You already?
Yep, we're no longer husband and wife. Sorry.
No, wait, you can't be serious, Emily.
I am definitely serious. Goodbye, Mark.
Please, Emily, how are we supposed to survive? What do we do, Emily? Please.
Mark and his mother came to my condo a few days later. I guess they figured if they rushed over here with the marriage papers, I would sign it. And we would be husband and wife again. So confident were they that they even brought all their luggage with them. But, unbeknownst to them, I had already moved away. As nobody opened the door, they proceeded to go on strike and shouting stuff like, "Let us stay! Support your family! Stop husband abuse!" Absurd nonsense like that. This obviously caused considerable disturbance to the neighbors, and eventually the police were called. That's when they found out I had already moved out, which left them dumbfounded, as you can imagine. In addition, they loaded all their stuff into a taxi and came all the way here. It's like a 3-hour drive. They were apparently left penniless, and some relatives had to come and pick them up. I bet it was pretty embarrassing for the both of them. A few days later, this relative introduced them into a live-in job up north, some sort of factory. Last I heard, they were working their butts off, day in and day out, to pay off the debt that his mom had accumulated.
Hey Monica, long time no see. I've got an important announcement. You see, I'm getting married.
Oh, hey Diana, long time no see, I guess. We haven't seen each other since the elementary school reunion, right? Well, congratulations on your wedding. Well, bye then.
Huh? What? You're already going? Oh, why are you being so cold to me? I'm an old friend, aren't I? I'm getting married.
Yeah, you told me that already. That's why I said congratulations.
There's nothing else you want to say?
If you want a wedding gift, then send me your bank account information.
Yeah, I want a wedding gift, but that's not what I'm talking about. I was trying to invite you to my wedding. That's why I contacted you in the first place. You're an old friend, so you have to come.
Huh? Since when were we that close, Diana? We haven't talked since the reunion.
Yeah, but don't you remember how we were so close back when we were kids? I know we went different ways after that, but we're still friends, right? You're happy for the invitation, right?
Sure. I appreciate that you even invited me, but I'm afraid I have to decline. I think I have something to do on that day.
But I haven't even told you the date yet. Seriously, Monica, this is how you treat an old friend? Not wanting to come is one thing, but lying about it is another.
Damn it. You caught me, I guess. Yeah, I don't want to come to the wedding, so could we just end the conversation already?
What is with you? Ugh, I won't invite you to the wedding if you give me that attitude. Oh, what a shame to think that my fiancé's friends are all pilots, doctors, lawyers, or other such people with high income professions. I know you're not very popular with the guys, so it would have been a great opportunity for you. It's about time we got married, Monica. You better find a husband soon as well.
Oh, is that so? Well, thanks for your consideration, but I'm not interested.
What a waste of an opportunity, right? I'm not going to invite you, even if you change your mind now. Wait, what? You're not interested? But I'm sure at least one of them will be interested in you, Monica. Didn't you hear me say that they all have high income professions?
Yes, I heard you the first time. I'm just not interested, so could you just leave me alone already?
What? How could you not be interested? Fine, I'm seriously not going to invite you now since you've given me this attitude. Even if you change your mind, it's too late now, Monica.
I'm so glad I didn't have to go through the trouble of turning down your offer. But since I've known you since childhood, you're probably still going to send me an invitation, right? Just know that even if you send me one, I'm not going to reply. So just think that I'm not coming, okay?
Wait, Monica? But it's your old friend's wedding. What do you mean? It's fine if I don't invite you. Are you sure you don't want to come? Monica! If that's how you're going to be, then fine. But just know that I have a plan as well. I'm going to make you regret taking that attitude of yours towards me, so you better get ready. 1 month later. What's the meaning of this? You had a boyfriend, Monica? I even heard that he was rich and handsome. If that's the case, then why didn't you tell me sooner? So that's why you weren't interested in my fiancé's high-income friends. Because you already had a high-income boyfriend of your own. Fine, I'll just make it so that you're interested. I'll send you an invitation, so make sure to come, all right? 2 months later. Hey, Monica, the invitation I sent you just got returned to me. It said the recipient was unknown. Could it be the case that you're not living in that house of yours anymore? The one that was next to my old house? Why didn't you tell me about it sooner? Ever since my parents got divorced, I've been living with my mom in her hometown, so I don't know what's happening in the town we grew up in anymore. This isn't acceptable behavior for someone who's an adult and also my old friend. So what's your new address? Answer me, Monica. I won't be able to know whether you're coming or not if you don't tell me, you know. You said you didn't want to come, but you have to at least make things official by replying to my invitation. If you don't reply, I'll just assume that you're coming, all right? 1 week later. Oh my God, you wouldn't reply, so I told the wedding staff that you'd be coming, all right? I know you said you didn't want to come, but this is your fault for not replying to my invitation. You're probably panicking since now you have to come, right? But I can see that you're also delighted that you were invited. I can see you smiling at the phone reading these texts, Monica. You were always the kind of person that wasn't very honest about their feelings. But I'm your old friend, so I see right through you. Well then, I'll be counting on you to give a speech on my wedding day as my old friend, all right? The day of the wedding. Hey, Monica, could it be that you're already at the wedding venue? Sorry, but I'm not there yet.
What? Then where are you right now? Didn't I always tell you when we were kids not to get me involved in the messes you made? I've got nothing to do with your suddenly canceling the wedding, all right?
Oh, you didn't know that the wedding was canceled? I assumed someone told you. Do you want to know why I canceled the wedding? You see, I canceled the wedding because I'm currently in a hotel with your boyfriend.
I'm telling you, you're not making any sense right now, Diana. What do you mean, my boyfriend?
It means exactly what you think it means. To tell you the truth, I canceled the wedding on purpose. I told the staff that I was feeling ill and I wouldn't be able to make it, but that was a lie.
Huh? Why did you cancel the wedding then?
Because I had sex with your boyfriend yesterday, and now I like him. At first, I only laid my hands on him to get your attention, but apparently, he's even better than my fiancé, so.
What? What have you been talking about this whole time? Who exactly are you talking about? Because I don't have a boyfriend.
I guess you're right, because he's now your ex-boyfriend, to be exact, right? He broke up with you 3 or 4 months ago, saying that he found another woman, right?
Huh? What? No, not really. I don't remember breaking up with anyone 3 or 4 months ago.
Huh? But he told me himself that he broke up with you. You see, this other woman he fell in love with is me.
I see. Clearly, whoever you're with is lying to you because I have no idea what you're talking about.
There's no denying it, Monica. He's already given me proof that he knows you, so he can't be lying. Just accept the fact that I stole your boyfriend from you. But now that you've lost this rich and handsome boyfriend of yours, you're probably going to want to find someone at least his level, right? The easiest way to do that is to come to the wedding I invited you to. I came up with this plan to get you and your boyfriend to break up so you could come to my wedding, you see. But even though we've been going out for a few months now, yesterday was the first time we went to a hotel together. And we finally did it. It was wonderful and...
Wow, you're a sick person, Diana. You say this is my fault because I didn't want to come to your wedding, but in reality, you just enjoy the act of cheating, don't you? Like mother, like daughter, I guess.
What did you say about me and my mother? It wasn't Mom's fault that she and Dad got divorced. And it's not my fault either that I found someone that was better for me than my fiancé. I decided yesterday that I wouldn't be marrying him anymore, so I overslept on purpose and canceled the wedding. Oh, I'll give you my fiancé if you want. I think you've already seen him. He's pretty handsome, right? I don't need him anymore though, so you can have him.
No thanks. And you seem to have this wrong, but I went to my parents' house with my husband today.
What? Your husband? You already got married in the 3 months since you broke up with your previous boyfriend?
No. Didn't I already tell you that I didn't break up with anyone during that period? Seriously, you have the memory of a goldfish, Diana. I'm actually a bit worried. I got married with my boyfriend, who probably has nothing to do with you, 3 months ago.
Huh? I never heard you got married? Then who's this man I got together with?
How the hell should I know? You tell me yourself.
He says his name is Giorno.
Giorno? I think I knew someone named Giorno who went to the same club as me in high school, but...
Yes, that person. I heard that you were going out with someone named Giorno, and I did a bit of investigation on who your friends were in high school, and I found him on Instagram. I sent him some direct messages telling him I was an old friend of Monica's and that I wanted to talk to him about something in person. And he agreed to meet, and all I had to do was use my charm to seduce him.
Alright, cool story, but that's a different Giorno. He and my husband just happened to have the same name.
What? Seriously? But he said he was dating you!
Oh, okay, well, did he say that to you, or did you ask him and he said yes? There's a big difference, you know. Oh, he probably just lied to you since he saw that was why you were approaching him in the first place. By the way, you know what my last name is now that I got married? Is Vespa.
What? It's not Campana? But my guy is named Giorno Campana.
You see, I met my husband when I was sent to Sicily to work by my company. Around that time, my parents had also moved to another area, so there was nothing really tying me to my hometown except for a few old friends. My husband has no connection to my friends when I was in high school or university, so there's no way you could have known him.
What?
I guess there's some proof if you want. You see, one time I went on a trip with Giorno before we got married, and we happened to run into a friend of mine from middle school. I introduced Giorno to him, so maybe you could ask him.
Seriously? So I actually just got someone with the same name as your husband?
Your Giorno's last name is Campana, right? My Giorno's last name is Vespa.
No way. Are you kidding me? Why didn't you invite me to your wedding? If you had done that, this never would have happened.
We had a wedding with only family. Besides, even if we had a wedding with lots of people, you wouldn't be invited, Diana.
Huh? Why not? But I'm an old friend of yours, and we're still friends to this day, right?
Well, since when were we friends, Diana? You would always just involve me in whatever mess you made at school, and for some reason, I would always get in trouble because of it.
What do you mean? I don't remember doing anything like that. All I remember is the two of us having so much fun back when we were kids.
You were the only one having fun, Monica. You just never saw that I didn't want anything to do with you. The only friend of mine is your sister.
Huh? Why only my sister? What'd she do to deserve this and not me?
I mean, your parents got divorced when you were in elementary school, right? Your sister stayed with your father in your old house, which was next to mine, and we saw each other from time to time. We still sometimes text each other. But ever since you left with your mother, who cheated on your dad, we haven't talked. A few years ago, we had a reunion party and we exchanged contact information there, but we haven't really been texting each other, have we?
What? Well, I guess we haven't been testing each other, but that's just because we went separate ways in life, right? Life doesn't change. It doesn't change the fact that we're best friends forever.
Ew, don't call me that, Monica. We were never friends to begin with. Well, now that you know the situation, you see that I'm closer to your sister than I am to you, right?
Seriously, is that why you ignored all those texts I sent to you and didn't come to the wedding?
Yes, that's what I've been saying all this time. Although, it's not just because of that, though.
What do you mean by that?
It means exactly what you think it means. Anyways, I sent your sister, who's currently at the wedding, a text saying that the wedding was canceled because you cheated on your fiancé, and now you don't want to get married with him.
What? You sent my sister a text? But she can't find out about this. If she finds out, she'll tell my fiancé, and then he's going to make me pay an alimony or something. Tell her you were joking, and I was actually just sick and couldn't come.
Sorry, but I have no intention of saving a degenerate like you. She told me to tell her if I found out something about the situation before you texted me because you hadn't come to the wedding and you hadn't told the staff you wouldn't be coming yet.
Really?
Yeah, so I told her that the man you were with was just someone you mistook for my boyfriend. I didn't even know that today was your wedding before your sister sent me a text.
Huh? What do you mean you didn't know it was my wedding today?
I mean, you told me to come, but you never gave me the date, right? I never received your invitation either, so there's no way I could have known.
I never told you? I could have sworn that I gave you the date when I first contacted you.
There's that famous goldfish memory again. Besides, I already told you that I wouldn't be going, which is why I didn't even bother to ask for the date. I mean, I could have easily gotten your sister to tell me, but I didn't want to go, so... But I guess there are more important matters to attend to now, huh? Now we know that you're cheating on your fiancé, though. I made sure to tell your sister about it as soon as I found out.
What? Really? Why'd you do that? But you're the only person I would tell about this.
We were never friends, remember? Well, that's it then, I guess. All you did was involve me in this mess of yours with your selfishness and ignorance, like how you always did when we were kids. I already told everyone that needs to know about your cheating, so I did my part even though I never even asked to be involved.
Wait!
Take care of your miserable self, please, because there's no way I'm going to help you from here.
No, hold on, Monica! No, hold on, Monica!
A few days later.
Monica? Hey, what should I do to fix this mess? I just want to go back to how they were before. I already broke up with the fake journal and told my husband that it was all just a big mistake since I thought he was your boyfriend, so we should just start over and get married again. But he keeps telling me there's no chance. Not only that, but he's even making me pay for both an alimony and the fees for the wedding ceremony. He's telling me to pay a total of 50,000 euros. Why did it end up like this? Even if you're going to blame me for something, the only part I did wrong was mistake the other journal for your boyfriend. It's probably like only 10% my fault. Even my mother used to say that the person who gets cheated on is the one at fault when she divorced my father, which means that I'm not the one at fault here. Hey, Monica, are you even reading these tags? Can't you think of any way to prove that I'm not the one at fault? You were always smart, Monica. Come up with a way to save me. I used to be annoyed at you for being so smart when we were kids, but now I think that it could be of use to me. Please help me, Monica. Tell you the truth, even my mother is now avoiding me. She told me that she has no intention of helping me and that I should just go to my boyfriend for help. I tried getting Giorno to take responsibility and pay the 50,000 euros for me, but all he did was pay his own alimony, and now I can't get a hold of him anymore. I wasn't able to contact my dad or my sister after the wedding either. Everyone around me is so selfish and mean, which means that you're the only person I can rely on, Monica. Right, Monica? Hey, you could at least reply to my text, you know. Monica!
Conclusion. Diana tried to get me to come to the wedding, even though I already told her I wouldn't come. She also tried to rely on me for help when I specifically told her that I wouldn't be getting her out of this mess. When we were kids and Diana was still my neighbor, things like this would repeatedly occur every day, whether it was something big or something small, which is why I never liked Diana and didn't want to have anything to do with her. It looks like she's still the same way she's always been. Not only did she not improve, but it seems she's gotten worse over the years. After the incident, Diana tried her best to somehow wriggle out of her predicament, but ultimately, she was forced to pay the 50,000 euros up front. I wonder where she got that money, but apparently she got her daddy to pay it for her. But this time, her daddy's wife made her pay an alimony. And since no one was there to save her anymore, she was thrown into the depths of society. I wonder if Diana is just the kind of person who's not worth saving.
Hi, Sylvia. You asked me recently whether I wanted to marry you or not, right? You said you wanted to get married soon and that you would be the one proposing, but you wanted my answer as soon as possible. Why do you want to get married in the first place?
Yup, I did say that, Lionel. I want to get married soon because I'm going to turn 30 in just a half a month now, after all. I want children as well, if possible, and considering my age, I thought that we should make the decision around now.
You want children, huh? Yeah, I think I don't want to marry you after all.
What? Why not? Do you not want children or something?
To tell you the truth, I want to have a bit more fun while I'm young. Getting married and having children is such a hassle, you know? We won't have much money to spend on our own amusement if we have children, and we'll have to take the time to take care of them.
A hassle? I know raising children is a lot of work, but you're going to give up being a parent just because it's a hassle?
Yeah, I think I am. Besides, there's no need to sound so down. The difference between a married couple and an unmarried couple is just whether they turned in some piece of paper to the city hall or not. Even children, you can still give birth when in your 40s, right? If you think about it like that, we can have fun for 10 more years. Why go through the trouble now when we don't have to?
So you're telling me to give birth once I'm in my 40s?
I mean, you said yourself that you wanted to have children, right? So it shouldn't be a problem for you, right?
Yeah, but I want you to think about the risks of giving birth to children in your 40s. That's why I'm talking to you about this right now. We can't put this off any longer than we already have, Lionel.
What's the matter with you, Sylvia? You sound a lot more anxious than usual. Well, if you really mean what you're saying, then I guess we have no choice but to break up.
Huh? Break up? After we've been going out for the past 10 years?
Yeah, I'm not interested in this marriage and children stuff. If you don't want to break up, then I want things to stay the same.
I understand. That's fine then.
Yep, let's just keep things the way they are and not worry about marriage and stuff. I'm glad you finally get the point.
No, I meant that it's fine if we break up.
What? But we've been going out for 10 years. You can't just break up now. Oh, I know. You're bluffing right now, too, to get what you want, right? Well, it's not gonna work.
I wonder what these past 10 years I spent with you were. Now that I think about it, all we did was kill time together. I honestly don't understand anymore. Goodbye, Lionel.
What? Sylvia? Did you just get mad or something? Just contact me when you're in a better mood, okay? Hey, Sylvia. It's been 5 years, right? I'm finally ready to get married, so I decided to contact you again. I think I'm going to accept that offer of yours now. Anyways, you moved sometime after we broke up, right? Just because you got mad at me and were in a bad mood doesn't mean you can just keep your new address a secret from your boyfriend. I thought you were still living in that old apartment of yours, you see. I wore a suit and bought some roses and a wedding ring because I intended to propose to you. To think that I was so nervous when I rang the doorbell, but when the door opened, a completely different person greeted me. It was so awkward. So, where are you living now? I've got a surprise for you as well, so I want to tell you it, so I want you to tell it to me by tomorrow. Hey, anyone there? Don't tell me that you're still mad about that fight we had over 5 years ago, are you? I didn't take you for the kind of person to hold a grudge. Jesus, I better make sure not to make you mad once we get married. What's your new address, Sylvia? Just tell me when you see these texts, I guess.
What the fuck? Is that you, Lionel? Shit, I must have forgotten to block you. What is it that you want?
Oh, so you finally saw the messages I sent you. What do you mean by you forgot to block me? Why in the world would you ever do that? I'm your boyfriend. But we've got more important matters. Seriously, what in the world are you doing? Jesus. If you don't hurry up and tell me your new address, the surprise I have planned for you tomorrow will be ruined. Hurry up and tell me your new address. It won't do if I don't know how long it will take you to get to the venue, right?
I'm not going to tell you my new address. And what do you mean by a surprise?
I told you by text yesterday, didn't I? I'm finally ready to marry you, so I have a surprise prepared.
I don't know what you plan on doing, but I don't want your surprise. I have no intention of marrying you anyways, let alone of meeting you again.
Huh? Are you seriously still mad at me? Jeez. Will you just let it go already? You're the one who said you wanted to get married, right? What's with the sudden change of heart? And to think that I was finally ready to get married.
I said I don't have any intention of marrying you anymore. Besides, didn't we break up 5 years ago? Did you seriously think that I haven't moved on by now?
Huh? What do you mean you moved on? Oh, I get it. You're still mad about the fight we had 5 years ago. Seriously, Sylvia, just let it go already.
That's not the point. Yes, I was mad at the time, but that was 5 years ago and I've already moved on. It's not that I'm mad, it's just that you're not a part of my life anymore, Lionel. Why'd you even think of contacting me in the first place?
Fine. Then why don't we just get back together and get married then if we broke up and you've moved on, as you say?
What? Do you seriously not get what I'm trying to say? I have zero intention of getting back together with you, Lionel. Stop texting me.
It's no use trying to lie to me, Sylvia. I see right through you. I mean, we did go out for 10 years. I know you still like me after all this time, and it's so obvious that you're still into me. I'll accept the proposal you made to me 5 years ago. So just come to the wedding venue tomorrow, alright?
The wedding venue? Huh? Did you seriously reserve a wedding venue or something?
Of course I did.
But aren't weddings supposed to be planned out by the couple first? I think there are a lot of things that can't be decided without the bride there. What did you do about the wedding preparation?
Oh yeah, you're right. They told me the bride needed to be there to plan the wedding with me, which is why I had your sister cooperate inside for you.
My sister?
Yep. She's about the same age as you and looks like you too, so I had her pretend to be the bride and come with me for the wedding preparation.
What? You know that I cut ties with my sister when I was 28, right? She caused so much trouble that even our parents cut ties with her. I told you that she was crazy, Lionel, but you still decided to approach her. Who knows what she's planning? If I were you, I'd just cancel the wedding and have nothing to do with my sister anymore.
Oh, come on, Sylvia, you're exaggerating. Your sister's a perfectly normal person. I don't know why you ever cut ties with someone so sweet. Besides, there's no need to worry about the details. The planning's already done, and all you have to do now is come to the wedding. The wedding venue for tomorrow is called H Wedding and is in K City. They said they need the bride to be there by 8 a.m., so don't be late, alright?
What in the world make you think that I'd actually go? Have you seriously not been reading my texts?
There's no need to be shy. You've known each other for so long. I know that when you're like this, you actually mean the opposite.
Sorry, but I have a date with my husband tomorrow, so I can't come.
What? Your husband? Oh, you mean me? You're right, I was intending to turn in our marriage papers tomorrow. But what do you mean you can't come to our wedding because you have a date with me? We can't just postpone the wedding and go on a date if that's what you meant, Sylvia.
No, that isn't what I meant. And by my husband, I don't mean you, Lionel. You see, I already got married with another man 3 years ago. I even have children now.
Huh?
Now that you know all this, I guess I'll tell you the rest, since you'll find out sooner or later anyways. My husband is your second cousin, Manuel.
What? Manuel? But he's 5 years younger than you. I knew you were that kind of woman, but still.
That's right, judge me if you want, but I don't care. By the way, I started going out with Manuel not knowing that he was your second cousin. I only found out that he was your second cousin at our wedding, because amongst his relatives at the wedding was your cousin, which I had met before.
What? Why did you not tell me about this?
Because we had already broken up and didn't feel the need. Still, I was so surprised when I saw your cousin there. After a bit of investigation, I found out that your cousin had already cut ties with you since you tried to interfere in some of their inheritance business when you had no right to do so. I heard that both you and your parents were shunned by the rest of your relatives. Is that true?
That has nothing to do with our marriage. We'll talk about it afterwards if you want.
Tell me, does this mean that you have a debt or something?
Just a tiny one, maybe?
My father is the CEO of a company. You might have been planning to marry me so that you could get the position of the next CEO of my father's company, getting rid of your debt in the process. But it's not going to work.
How did you know that?
I mean, thinking only about how you yourself could benefit from a situation is your specialty, isn't it?
So that's what you thought of me all along?
Yup. I don't know why I didn't break up with you sooner. But isn't that also why you refused to marry me 5 years ago? You didn't want to get married and have children because it would be a hassle for you, right? You wouldn't be able to spend as much money on your own entertainment if you had children to take care of, after all.
That's unrelated. What matters is that I'm finally ready to marry you.
Yeah, but I'm not. Anyways, I got off topic. Like I said earlier, I already have a husband and children. Oh, and about my father's company, the next CEO was already decided 2 years ago, and he's someone completely unrelated to me.
What did you say? So I'm not going to become a CEO even if I marry you?
Yes. Although you're not going to marry me in the first place. Well, that's all I have to say. You understand now that you won't benefit from marrying me anymore. I think that's enough to make you give up, right?
Seriously? What am I going to do about tomorrow's wedding then? I had a really extravagant wedding plan since I thought that your family would be able to pay for it in the future.
Each wedding at K-City, right? I heard that wedding ceremonies there are really expensive.
Lend me some money, will you? This wedding was supposed to be yours in the first place. This is partly your fault, so at least pay for half of the cancellation fee.
No, I'm not going to lend you money, and I'm not going to pay for the cancellation fees.
Come on, don't be so stingy. At least think about it a little longer. Seriously? What am I supposed to do now? Sylvia, help me. What should I do? I was forced to marry your sister. Was she planning this all this time? You're right, she really is crazy.
Huh? So that's what she was up to. I told you that you would regret having anything to do with my sister, didn't I?
I was surrounded by a bunch of tough-looking guys and forced to come to the wedding. And then they forced me to say the wedding vow with your sister at the chapel. The wedding papers I had prepared for you and me as well. They made me sign it with your sister's name as the wife's name. I admit it, you were right, so please help me.
Hold on. By the surprise you had planned for me, were you planning on getting me and my sister to make up or something? Did you seriously think that that was going to make me happy?
I mean, who wouldn't want to make up with their long-lost sister?
She's insane, Lionel. Although, I guess you know that by now. You asked her to pretend to be me during the wedding preparations, right? I had the feeling that you would tell her to come on the wedding day as well.
Oh, yeah. I was intending on that.
I see. So that means my sister was planning on marrying you from the start. No one's going to deny it now, since you had her pretend to be your wife after all.
Huh? But surely they'll believe me if I tell them what really happened, right?
I think that's going to cause you a whole host of other problems. Anyways, it looks like you haven't noticed until now, but apparently you're exactly the kind of guy my sister wants. Even when we were together, she would always annoy me by saying, "Give me your boyfriend." It honestly pissed me off really bad.
Huh? She said that to you? Why did you never tell me about this?
I don't know. I guess it was embarrassing. Now that I think about it, I think that the reason I stayed with you for 10 years was because I unconsciously didn't want my sister to have you, and not because I liked you or anything. Yep, I was pretty foolish back then.
What are you talking about? I don't get anything you've been saying, Sylvia. You mean that you only stayed with me for 10 years to spite your sister? Fine, just help me then, will you? I have no intention of marrying your sister.
Stop asking me for a solution to this mess, alright?
I wonder if the only solution is to do something about those tough-looking guys following your sister around.
I don't know.
Wait, who are those people in the first place?
I said I don't know. Why are you asking me?
Hold on, don't tell me they're part of some gang.
Hey, could you please stop asking me? I really don't know, and I don't want to accidentally say anything strange that might get me involved in this mess.
What? So you're just going to leave me? Don't you feel the least bit responsible for this?
I don't.
I
mean, it's my ex-boyfriend and my sister who I cut ties with, so there's no way I'm going to get involved with that. The only reason I'm replying to your text right now is because we think that this is an irregular situation. Your second cousin and my husband, Emmanuel, are reading these texts and only replying because we have to.
Huh? Manuel's there with you?
Yeah, he is. There's something he wants to tell you as well.
What the hell does he want with me?
We cut ties with you and your family because all you three cared about was money. I don't want anyone like that bothering my wife, he says.
But, I really need you to help me right now. I don't really want to get married.
I see. Bye.
Huh? But Sylvia!
After that conversation, I blocked Lionel, confused as to whether he wanted to get married or not. The only reason he was able to text me in the first place was because I forgot to block him all those years ago. I heard about what happened after that from a friend who knew what happened, but it seems like Lionel and my sister haven't broken up and are now living together. Apparently, my sister is pregnant with Lionel's baby and won't let him leave her because she wants Lionel to take responsibility for the baby. To be honest, I wanted to make a joke and tell him something about how he's been making my sister pretend to be me for too long, but I restrained myself. My sister, on the other hand, who was finally able to marry the man of her dreams, hasn't noticed that her new husband was in a huge amount of debt, it seems. I wonder for just how long this happiness of theirs will last. Actually, I guess they were never really happy in the first place.
Manuel, at around what time are you going to be home today? I need to know whether I should make dinner for you or not.
Huh? No, I'm gonna be eating outside again, of course. Listen up, Agatha. You need to stop trying to follow my every move. You see, we're basically just husband and wife by law, which means that the honeymoon we're gonna be going on, started this weekend, is just for a show. Since everyone would find it strange if the CEO's son didn't go on a honeymoon with his wife. You were just married off to me by your father as some sort of business strategy, so don't try and take away my freedom from me. You do whatever you want, and I'll do whatever I want. Understand?
To be honest, I don't quite understand what you're trying to tell me, but your father told me that he would be visiting our house tonight and that he's going to be here very soon. I think it would be best if you're home when he comes.
What? My father? Why in the world is he going to pay us a visit? I don't remember doing anything wrong.
Your bag suddenly broke, right? And so you were going to borrow your father's instead for the honeymoon, remember? I don't understand why you're suddenly panicking after I told you that your father would be visiting us, though.
Oh, so that's why he's going to be coming to our house. It's fine if that's the case, though. And here I thought that...
Okay. Apparently he's going to bring 3 of his bags and wants you to choose which one you're going to bring. Which is why you need to be here when he gets here.
How long is it until he gets there?
He'll probably be here in around 30 minutes. He says he's going to come by car.
Huh. It looks like I barely have enough time to get there before he does. Fine, it can't be helped. I'm coming home right now. Jesus, this better not be some trick to get me to come home, Agatha.
What? I assure you, I'm not lying. Anyways, take care.
Hey, Agatha! Ride the Shinkansen that's gonna come after the one I'm going to ride myself. The one headed for Osaka, alright?
What? We're not going to get on the same Shinkansen?
Of course we're not gonna get on the same Shinkansen. We're gonna be meeting each other before the check-in at the hotel, right? We'll move separately until then. Oh, and I reserved 2 rooms at the hotel, so you sleep in the one that's not mine.
Manuel, but I don't think that's how honeymoons are supposed to go.
I already told you that our wedding was just a matter of business, right? We're only husband and wife on paper, which means that this honeymoon of ours is gonna be just for show as well. You don't understand even that? Like I said, you're not my actual wife, so you don't have the right to take away my freedom.
But I don't see how me spending time with you is taking away your freedom. Even if our marriage was just a business decision, we're still husband and wife. I thought that we could use this honeymoon to get to know each other more. I understand that you want to maintain distance with me in our relationship, but don't you think that we should at least try and get along?
Sorry, but I don't think the same. So too bad. Don't push your values on me. You don't have the right to tell me what to do.
So we're going to do our own things at our destination? Why are we even going in the first place then? I don't think there's a need to go all the way to Osaka if all we're doing is trying to make everyone think that we're actually going on a honeymoon.
Of course we're gonna do our own things at our destination. And it's not enough to just take a leave from work and say that we're gonna go on a honeymoon, you know? We have to actually go to our destination to make it more believable. Jesus, can't you understand even that, Agatha?